Welcome to Deep River Farm, folks. We hope everybody's had a good day so far. It's finally sunny, it's drying out. Going to have to get the lawnmower out and go to mowing again. All this rain we've had dumped on us from Hurricane Debbie. By the time it got to us, it was downgraded to a tropical storm, but that didn't shut off the rain with that 9 inches of heavy rain we got. Wanted to talk to you today a little bit about your meat, the meat that's coming in the United States. Mainly what's going to be called as cultivated meat. We're about to get into a situation, folks, where they're going to try to force this cultivated meat down on us. And this is lab-grown meat, just in case you're not aware of the terminology there. I've been doing a little research on it, and I come to find out that there's a massive plant being built in Wilson, North Carolina, that's going to be a major producer in cultivated meat. Now you ask, what is cultivated meat? This is meat that's grown in a lab from cells taken from animals. Their big selling points is it uses less water, it's going to contain more protein and nutrients, and it doesn't harm any animals, and it doesn't require the amount of time that it takes to produce meat by using cattle. And they're saying that with 7 billion people on the planet now that they're going to run out of meat. Well, the only way I see we run out of meat is you run the farmers out, and you take their land and you do whatever you can to confiscate anything they got through taxation or whatever it may be. But cultivated meat, from what I've read, with this company, they say that once the cells are growing, that they're going to take it and start forming it into the meat that you like: chicken, beef, pork, whatever it might be. Well, there's no way that they can grow this stuff in a lab and have the nutritional value that your regular meat that comes from cattle and pork and chicken and turkey contains without using supplemental nutrients. In other words, they're going to inject this stuff with vitamins, minerals, protein, or whatever. And we all know what happens when you start playing with the food and you mess with the good Lord's handiwork. It does not work out well for you. All you got to do is look at the contamination in the county and city water systems with the chemicals that are used that people drink daily, and they wonder why they are coming down with cancer, bone problems, joint problems, mental problems, brain problems, dementia, and all this other stuff. Just in the water alone, with fluoride in it, it basically, the way this works on a plant is it goes into the soil, and the plant begins to suck that water. Well, that fluoride causes a constriction on the stalk, and it's kind of like having a blood clot. It doesn't allow the nutrients to come up the stalk, and it chokes it off. And then the chlorine behind it winds up killing all the microorganisms that the plant needs for nutrition and kills it. So what do you think all this mess is going to do in the body if they start messing with putting nutrients and proteins and vitamins and all this other garbage in your meat? And I'll go ahead and tell you the name of the company. It's on the web, and you can find it easy. It's called Believer Meats, and they're building this great big plant in Wilson, North Carolina. So do your homework, folks. They want you to eat bugs, and they want you to eat lab-grown meat. And I'm going to tell you, this video is probably going to be suppressed. It wouldn't surprise me a bit, shadow banning or whatever you want to call it. I had 489 videos just disappear into thin air like a fart in the wind. And no response from the glorious channel sponsors here of YouTube. And I noticed on a lot of my other stuff, they never get out of the 20s and 30s on views, and that's because it's being shadow banned. And I don't know why, because I ain't never had a strike or any kind of warning or anything like that. I don't think we've had but one bad comment. And I don't think that person understood what they was saying after I replied back to them and explained something, and then they come on board. So I don't understand why they shadow banning me and doing stuff like that. But whatever, we're going to start moving some stuff over onto some other platforms that's more friendly to free speech, so to speak. But I wanted to bring this up to you and let you know about this cultivated meat that they're trying to basically in the future shove down your throat. That crowd over in, what is that place? It ain't Dubai. I don't remember where it is. They all show up for that big meet. It's all them self-righteous, self-appointed people that's on that W forum. If you say the whole 3 letters, I guarantee you this algorithm will pick it up. So you know what I'm talking about. They all talk about all the increase of temperatures around the place and want all this the color green like you have on the leaves stuff for your outdoors. If you say too much, they link it up with that algorithm thing and shut you down. And meanwhile, while they fly around on all their private jets and ride around on their big yachts, not as I do, just as I say, people. You know, they think they all high and mighty and can do all this stuff. But anyway, I wanted to bring that to you today and tell you what they're doing. And the big plant's coming to North Carolina out there, kind of east of Raleigh. And they ain't no telling what kind of big tax breaks they got. And I guarantee you, whatever that county is out there, is probably the people's property taxes probably went up to fund this thing. And meanwhile, they get to operate tax-free for a while with all their incentives so that they can continue to get rich on this scam that they're trying to pull on people and so forth. But I wanted to bring that out to you today, let you know about it. You can do your research on Believer Meats. Believer Meats. That's the name of it. They had another name prior to that. When you dig into it, you'll see what it was. And they basically had to rebrand themselves because people caught on to the junk that they getting ready to try to pull and shove down your throat. So I wanted to bring that to you today. We up here cleaning the chicken lot up a little bit, cleaning the drinkers, gonna pick up the eggs and so forth. And I just happened to think about it, and something you might need to know. I appreciate you joining us today on Deep River Farm. I hope y'all have a blessed day.